to go to college, or if you save it until they go to college, then they will be able to now take these policies or that money that you invested and use it towards something that they want to do within their life. So we're getting ready to get into this show and have a good discussion. I'll be right back in a few. Let's get into the intro.
Firecracker need you because you be like,
$24K in 1 month. Guys, we're working in the second highest paid profession in America. That's financial service, the life insurance industry. Life insurance industry is the #1 profession that has made the most millionaires. This industry has numerous amounts of ways that we get paid and we get compensated for bringing value to society.
All right. I don't. All right, you guys, welcome to the Stub Show. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I had to keep the promos going. But I thank you guys for joining me on today, November the 18th, for another episode. My special guest will be coming on very soon. But while we're waiting for him to join me, the reason I wanted to bring him on is because I met him, and he's a young man that is actually successful currently in the life insurance business, and watching him develop and grow himself through, investing his money, I had to say, you know what, I want to bring you on and your knowledge for my guests so that they can learn about how to invest their money. And it doesn't matter what age you start at or how old you are, it's never too late to start something new. It's never too late to start investing in you. And this is the way that we're going to be able to change our communities, to create generational wealth within our families, and to be able to grow outside of working and hustling every day, paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. If you're going to work for 5 or 10 years super hard and crawl, then you might as well invest while you're working so that you can retire yourself early and have some income coming in. Start your children when they're young and when they're youth I mean, as babies, so that they will be able to have some college funds. And if they don't, nowadays these kids sometimes don't want to go to college. They want to become entrepreneurs and start their own business. And if you invest in your money properly, they will have a start. So many people take so long to get to where they want to be because they didn't have money invested in them to get started. Family support, because we've all had, majority of us come from, either working daily, hustling, trying to build and not having the knowledge that we need. So we're working for nothing, working to die. I want to work to live and live to live. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to work to live, not work till I work myself to death till I die. But we're going to get ready to introduce my special guest, which this is his second time on here. So you guys remember him when he came on before because you liked that show. So I had to bring him back to give us some more knowledge. So let's invite my special guest, Simi, to the stage. Hey, Simi.
How y'all feeling? How's everything going?
I'm feeling good. The weather is good. I can't complain. Life is going. I'm ready to start making some money with you, and I'm ready to inform my community on how they too can also make some money with you. So I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a pleasure. I'm excited for you as well. God does everything for a reason. He allows people's paths to cross for a reason. And more importantly, God has a unique purpose for each and every one of our lives to help impact the community and make a difference. So yeah.
Are you guys having a training or something there, or something's going on?
Yeah, let me make sure they close the door. We're always having a good time and everything. We'll make sure they close the door. James, can you close the door? Okay, perfect. So they're gonna close the door.
You know what? Before you get off, we're gonna have to invite some of the people to the next party, because that's what's going on. It's like you're learning, you get knowledge, but it's like a party, celebration, good time, and time just goes. So
Yes.
go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know why you got into this type of industry, and let's just start with that.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. I appreciate you. Thanks again, first and foremost, guys. Let's give it up for Miss Shadonna, man, Miss Stubbs, the hosting this platform, going out there, really making a difference in the community, guys. First and foremost to her for taking the courage out to make a difference and make an impact, because it takes a lot of faith and boldness to do what she's doing right now to make an impact in our community. So first and foremost, we appreciate you for what you're doing. But yeah, guys, my name is Simi Sola Ajima. I'm the CEO and founder of Anointed Money Financial Group. I originally started my career background field in the IT and the technology industry, right? I went to Towson University. If some of you guys know Towson, in Baltimore. So I went to Towson University, graduated with a computer science degree and background. So I originally did not have a financial background at first, but I'm originally from Nigeria. So if you know anything about African parents, they want their kids, right, to go to school to become a doctor, lawyer, engineer. So I did just that, went to school, got my degree, and then I graduated and started working at Amazon. I was working at Amazon as an AWS cloud engineer. So I was an Amazon Web Services cloud development engineer. It was a great job right out of college, making six figures. But I realized something quick, that I was clocking in, clocking out. I was trading my time for money. And since I was trading my time for money, I realized that if I kept going on this path, I probably won't be where I want to be ideally long-term in life. So I had to do something different. I had to find a way to make more money in less time. But I also knew that I wanted to bring value and help serve my community, right? And that's how I got across and found out about the financial services industry, specifically on the insurance and retirement planning side, one of the most lucrative industries in America today. And I had no idea. But nonetheless, I was blessed to connect with an individual named Chris Hart. Chris Hart goes to a local church here in Maryland called Union Church. And I attended Union Church. Shout out to Pastor Stephen Chandler, Pastor Zach Chandler, phenomenal leaders. So I was able to connect with Chris Hart at that church, and he showed me more about finances, taxes, how to build generational wealth the right way, how to use the tax code that a lot of wealthy people in our country today are using that not a lot of our community knows about, right? So I said, wow, this is some phenomenal information. I know so many people in my community who don't know about this, right? Yeah. And since if I didn't know about this, for sure, there's some people out there that just like me don't know about it too. So I said, why not get licensed part-time on the side. And I got my license within a week and a half. Simple process, passed my test in the state of Maryland. And then from there, I was helping people in my community on a part-time basis, making an extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month part-time on top of my full-time job. So it was life-changing. It helped me in a big way, allowed me to save, allowed me to pay off all my student loan debt. I was able to change where I lived. I was able to purchase real estate because I was able to have extra income on top of my full-time salary. So at that point, eventually got to where I started making more money part-time than my full-time job. And at that point, it was time for me to kind of let that go and go all in and open up my own office and open up and start my own business. So fast forward, we thank God. It's been a blessing. We're continually expanding. We're expanding in all across the DMV area and just making an impact looking to help serve the community.
And you guys, I'm going under his team, and we'll tell you how you can get involved with him also. But that's great. I was going to ask you, like, what has been one of the biggest benefits of working with life insurance? And not only are you a life insurance agent, but you also have policies and things of your own, because you're investing in yourself and your family for generational wealth and not just the community. Not talking about it, but you are about it. And you've been able to pay off your student loan. And you're under 30, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So being under 30 and being the successful man that you are, you know, that's a blessing. And it's also, you know, a way that other people can look to you and say, hey, if he's doing it, I'll be able to do it. So let's get into some of these questions that I have for you on today, because I want people to know about the importance of life insurance, but I don't want them to think it's just about life insurance. I want them to learn how they can invest and take their money that they're investing at their job through insurance policies and get it better if they get an individual plan on their own. So let's start with what are 3 benefits of having a life insurance policy?
Absolutely. Good question, Shauna. So right now, most people, when they think about insurance, right, a lot of people think about just when you pass away, not realizing you can actually utilize it while you're alive. So right now, a lot of people are thinking, okay, cool. If I'm looking to build generational wealth, what can I do? Right? A lot of people are working, clocking in and out on a 9-to-5 job. And some jobs offer insurance through their jobs as a benefit. But as we all know, most people, if you have a life insurance through your job, it doesn't last forever. Right? It'll go away once you also leave your job. Right? So with that being said, the benefits are the living benefits. Most people think it's insurance just for when you die. No, it's actually for when you're alive. That's why it's called life insurance. So the ways that it can be utilized are actually, one, if I get sick, if I get ill while I'm alive, I can actually use my insurance policy to pay off medical bills, hospital expenses, and medical bills and debt. So that's if I get ill and I'm alive. That's one benefit. That's the living benefits. That
Quick
all
question.
policies. Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. And that's on top of if they have medical insurance.
Exactly. You got it. Because most people have health insurance, but the health insurance doesn't cover everything. Yeah, there you go. Health insurance. Most people have health insurance, but the health insurance doesn't cover everything. We all know that. We all know that people get still slapped with a big fat bill and debt at the end of the time they're in the hospital. They're like, whoa, I thought my health insurance is going to cover it. No, it doesn't. Health insurance just covers the bare minimum. It does not cover if you stayed in the hospital for a week. You got an expensive drug. You got expensive diagnosis. The nurse side help and assistance, all that stuff. Doesn't cover that. It's going to come out of your the mortgage, right? Because if you were in the hospital and you weren't sick, that means you wasn't going to work. And if you weren't going to work, that means you were not getting paid. That doesn't factor your bills and your rent. So life insurance will allow you to have living benefits that gives you access up to a large portion of your death benefit while you're alive. So that's if I get ill. The next one is if I die too soon, which is a death benefit. That's the benefit, right? If I do unfortunately pass away, family will get a death benefit tax-free of a large lump sum of money they can use for burial, college expenses, debt, you name it, right? So that's obviously the typical type that most people know the benefit of if I, of course, pass away. But then the next one is, what about if you live too long? Most people aren't factoring in if you live too long. Because if you live too long, that means you're going to need more what? Money to live. Because you're not going to want to go to work when you're 60, 70, 80. Because we see it right now. People are going to work in their 60s, 70s, and their 80s.
Yeah.
So insurance, So life insurance can be used as a supplemental retirement income plan, meaning that it can be an alternative form of a 401k, Roth IRA, TSP. Instead of just having those places, wealthy people are taking advantage of the tax benefits of cash value insurance policies that are properly structured and geared towards building and accumulating wealth tax-free. So that's another benefit that you can use it to buy a new car, to buy real estate, to go pay back student loan debts, whatever you want, based off of the interest that's occurred in the account over a period of time. So yeah.
And like you said, we see 70 and 80-year-olds going back to work now. They're also taking the retirement age up because people are living a longer time. And that's one of the things that I want to take back to the community to say, prepare now, because we see people retiring and finding out the cost of living, the retirement does not pay enough. So now you have retirement as well as another policy that you've been investing in for the last 10 or 20 years. And now you're able to take care of yourself, but also help your family, because you're able to give back. You have more than enough invested. So there's a 100%. Policy in which a first-time homeowner can purchase to assist them with paying off the loan on their home. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so first-time home buying in terms of like the mortgages, like to pay off the mortgage faster.
Yeah, I was reading where you can get a policy. I think it's the 10-year policy. So within 10 years or so, you can pull it out, or you can invest money and then pull that money out and use it for whatever you want to use it for.
Yes, absolutely. So that's a concept, guys, called infinite banking, becoming your own bank. When you have a properly structured index universal life, IUL, or a properly structured whole life policy, it allows clients to get instant liquidity and access to the cash value in the account. So certain policies can be funded for 5 years, 10 years. I've seen some people do it the same year, dump money in, take money right back out, right? I actually did it personally. I have a lot of clients who do it for real estate investing. You name it. It's all about how you structure the policy in the account. So you can leverage the cash in multiple places at once, because when you take money out of your insurance policy, it doesn't interrupt the compounding interest that's occurring in the account. Because remember, you're leveraging and borrowing against the death benefit. So let's say the death benefit has 100,000, 200,000, whatever it's associated with it. And then there's cash value in the account. You're borrowing leveraging the cash value as collateral. The money is yielding interest, but now you have access to the money liquid, tax-free, to go use to pay off your mortgage faster, to accelerate the process for real estate investing, to buy a new car. You can use the money for whatever you want. So it allows you to operate just exactly how the banks operate, because the banks do this for themselves on a larger scale. What we're doing is we're educating and teaching people in our community how to do it on your scale. How do you do it on your level with a couple $100 a month, with a couple $1,000 a month? While the banks and the wealthy people guys are doing it with millions and billions of dollars. So we're just trying to play catch up here and level the playing field and make sure people are aware about the information to have access.
And you right about that catch up thing, because as I'm going through the studying and preparing myself, because I had to sign up to become an agent, because I'm like, I got to get this information out there to other people. I was just looking and thinking about how my previous employers have, when you filling out your when you're getting into the job and your new hiree forms and your insurance and your health forms, and they tell you, okay, we're going to take a percentage out for the life insurance policy, and we're going to pay this amount, and you're there for years and you don't know what they're cashing out on or what they're switching over or rolling over, and then when you leave, they're able to get money. I'm like, wow, it's so many ways to make money without just having to get saying life insurance for when you die.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like you said, starting your own bank it is something that people don't know that they can do, because even banks offer you life insurance and different policies and investment on your own. And the whole time they're attached to it, getting money from it, because they're not giving you this money for nothing.
Exactly. They're not. They're using it for something. And the crazy thing is they use it on a large scale. For banks, it's called BOLI, bank-owned life insurance. For corporations like Apple, Google, Tesla, theirs is called COLI, corporate-owned life insurance. And they're not using life insurance for a death benefit like most people typically think life insurance is used for. They're using it as a tax-free asset. People don't understand that insurance policies are an insurance asset. It's an asset. So that means an asset holds wealth and equity inside of it. Just like you have a home is an asset. A home always holds equity inside of it. You pay your mortgage. Same thing with your insurance policy. Your insurance policy can actually hold equity and cash in it. The difference though is in insurance policies, it's tax-free.
Right.
Why is it tax-free? Because insurance assets are a non-taxable asset deemed by the federal government, meaning that it's in the tax code to benefit from the tax-free benefits of insurance. So that's why these wealthy people are using it. They're just leveraging the tax code. The difference is they're educated and they know about it. The problem is in our communities, we're not educated or taught about it. So we get left behind, or we think it's a scam, or we think it's not true, just because it wasn't taught to us from generation to generation to generation. While the other wealthy people in our country, they've been using it since 7, 6, 5, 8 generations deep. So it's normal to them.
Yes.
But for us, we're just trying to get it out there to our first generation, just this generation, and people, they're skeptical about it, which makes sense. But unfortunately, skepticism can block your breakthrough if you're not willing to open up your mind to receive the truth.
Yeah. And for all the people listening who have started a business, or you have a business going and you have like 20 employees or a couple employees, like, you can get in on how your employer used to do you back in the days and start policies and get your employees started up. And if they're scared and they like, well, go in with me, you can go in with them and match them on certain things to get money, and then helping you be able to use that money later, like you said, to leverage somewhere else to pull and do other things with. And what's the minimum age that you can get a policy on for your children? It's birth, right?
So
or is it 30 days
minimum,
before?
the minimum is 0. So at birth, as soon as they receive their social security card number, boom, you can get a policy for your child. So as soon as they're born and you receive your social security number, because you need the social security number for the application, you can get a policy for them. That is exactly what a lot of wealthy people do. It's called the waterfall method. This is what the Rockefeller family, Vanderbilts, Trumps, Musks, Jeff Bezos. This is what the affluent people in the history of America have done for generation. The trust will automatically open up an account or a policy for the newest born family member. So instantly, the trust will fund the cash value life insurance policy automatically. It's called the waterfall method. It always trickles down. So that's exactly how they're able to institutionally build generational wealth, guaranteed, so no one messes it up. So absolutely, you can create an account for a child as soon as they're born.
And I suggest you guys look into doing that, because as parents, we never know when we're going to leave this earth. And there are so many people who have struggled in life because their parents just didn't set things up, and they may have passed away when the child was 7 or 10 years old. And if you would have had that policy going and set up for them, then they would have something to pull from, and the person caring for them would have something to pull from. So we're going to take a quick break really quick, and then we're going to come back, finish up our questions. We're going to do about another 10, 15 minutes with Simi, then I'm going to let him go. But before I let him go, I'm going to let you know how you can come in and join us to get more information on life insurance, different policies. And if you want to become an agent and start tapping into this money and taking it now to your community to not only help them or just get something from it, but you're pouring in as you're taking out. So it's like a give and take, give and take. So we're going to take this quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Stub Show. Wrong one. Here we go. Hey, what's up, you guys? I just want to let you know that I am seeking book authors to become a guest on our show. Now, it was Instagram Live, but now we're on all three platforms: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So this is your way to grow and reach more people. Don't forget to email us at thelofnetwork@gmail.com. And you can become a guest on the show and also have your book placed within the show. All right, you guys, I look forward to hearing from you soon. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Stubbs Show. Before we get back into our interview, really quick, I want to let you know that coming up on November the 20th, which is Wednesday, I will be attending the meet and greet for the creator and cast for the 4 years and 8-month movie premiere from 7 to 8:30 p.m. is with AMC Movie Theaters in Greenbelt at 129 Center Way. Get your tickets today, you guys. You can visit the Stubbs Show on Facebook for more information about that. I look forward to seeing you guys and support this local producer of the movie 4 years and 8 months, which will be coming to your TV screen after the movie premiere. But you guys make sure you check that out. Also coming up, there will be a turkey giveaway happening November the 23rd, which is this weekend. And you can also visit the Stubbs Show for that. That will be with Coach Smitty Smith with Instant Basketball Results. I love this organization because they do so much for the community and for our youth. This will be taking place at the Outreach Christian Center from 1 to 3 p.m. this Saturday, November the 23rd at 6701 Clinton Manor Drive in Clinton, Maryland. So you guys can follow the Stubbs Show for more information about that as well. Before I left, me and my guests were talking about life insurance and also how you can invest your money and get involved. So we were going into the employment thing. If you had employees, if you had children, we discussed all that. You guys just jumping on, we have to rewind to listen to that conversation. But my next question that I wanted to get into has to deal with 401k, because I know some of you guys are retiring or you're getting ready to leave your job, you're getting ready to start a new adventure, and you have 401ks or you're going through a divorce or anything. I had to bring that up. And you need to know how to switch your money over or what you can do with these different plans. And Simi is going to help you with that. And I'm still learning, you guys. So that's why he's the mentor of me in teaching. And I'm going to try to get him on here monthly to help you with stuff. But Simi, my next question for you is, and you're on mute. Your mic is on mute.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Many people have policies or coverage when they are employed and working for a company, but don't know what to do once they are terminated. Please explain 1 to 2 options for a person who wants to roll over their 401 or group life insurance. And it's not even just, I don't want to just focus on terminated, because we can start with terminated, but let's also talk about when they're retiring, how they can switch it over.
Absolutely. Perfect question. So like a lot of people right now have to ask themselves a simple question is this: how long do you expect to be at your job or your employer? Some people expect to be there 20, 30 years straight, right? Cool, long term. But nowadays in our economy, what we're seeing is a lot of people are job hopping. Most people are hopping from job to job, trying to get a better salary because of the economy. So you have to ask yourself, what's the most feasible option? Do I want to lock in a 401k or a group life insurance policy at my job and I keep switching, having to switch? Or why don't I just get one myself that I own so I don't have to ever worry about it? I recommend people just do both. Have one that you own, and then when you get your new job, yeah, take advantage of the benefits if you want to, if you can. But always minimum have one that you own. Why? Because the one at your job will expire once you either leave or you do get fired or terminated, right? And more importantly, as you continually age, it is more expensive to get insurance coverage. So you want to lock it in for yourself at the youngest age possible when you're the most healthiest, but also have the ability to have your own and opt into the one that your employer offers if you do switch from job to job. Now, if you're talking about a 401k, a 401k is a type of individual retirement account, an IRA. Now, if your employer matches you, great, cool. If you want to take advantage of that, go ahead and take advantage of it. But if you want something proprietary outside of that, an option would be an IUL or a fixed indexed annuity. Most people don't understand is this: when you invest or you save for retirement, The goal is income. People want income in their later years, in their 60s and 70s and 80s for the rest of their life. The problem with a 401k, the problem with the TSP or Roth IRA is it doesn't solve for income for the rest of someone's life. So eventually, when now someone's retired and they're ready to start taking money out of their retirement account, eventually, if they're not careful, the account value will hit what? Zero. It'll run out. The only thing that solves for income for life is a pension plan, potentially Social Security. If Social Security is still around, right? They say Social Security might run out.
Right.
But most people, right? But most people don't get pensions anymore. Pensions are down. Most people don't offer pension. The only alternative is something called a fixed indexed annuity. A fixed index annuity allows people to have a guaranteed stream of income for the rest of their life, giving them peace of mind. So essentially, it's a privatized pension plan that's created for an individual. And this is actually what a lot of wealthy families and affluent people set up for themselves and their kids, to know that even if they pass away, that they're going to still get income coming in for the rest of someone's life. Hence what we call trust fund babies, trust fund kids, things of that nature, right? So setting these type of accounts up are very, very important. Very, very important. So that's an option for most people, as an alternative option. Make sense?
Yeah. I hear the party going on. That's what I'm smirking about. I'm smirking about. I mean, it's fine. I mean, yeah, they need to close it. I'm hearing about the party. You guys, you hear all that excitement going on. You're going to be able to be a part of that this weekend, right? Saturday. Yeah. You guys just stay on. We're going to let you know how you can be a part of that this weekend. You can come out and join us. So we talked about the 401k and rolling that over and being able to take that. So you said get that in the beginning, but let's get into rolling it over. How does that happen?
Yeah, so someone can do a tax-free rollover into an index annuity, into another retirement account. So if I already have a 401k, I already have a Roth IRA established, right, and I have 100,000 in it, 90,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever the amount's in there, you can do a tax-free rollover into a fixed index annuity, meaning that all the money gets rolled over into the account tax-free, so no penalties or anything like that.
That's what I was going to say. Do they get penalized because they're not of a certain age?
Good question. So if you roll it over, if this is after you left the job,
okay,
whether you're of an age or not, it's considered a tax-free rollover. So you do not pay any penalties or taxes on it. But now once it gets rolled over into that account, the account will operate based on wherever the money was coming from. So if I had money in a 401k and I rolled it over, it's still operating as a 401k type of annuity, meaning that you don't pay taxes until you start what? Taking money out. Because it's still considered pre-tax dollars, right? Because the money hasn't been taxed yet, right? So Uncle Sam has to get its fair share. That's why a 401k is low-key a secret tax trap that the government kind of uses from people to trap their money. Because if you put money in a 401k, you're going to want to take it out. You're going to get hit with penalties, taxes, and fees if you take it out early before retirement. That's why most wealthy people, guys, don't really leverage a 401k as much, because it limits them to their accessibility to their own cash, right? So if it's coming from a Roth IRA, we all know Roth IRA are post-tax dollars. The problem with the Roth IRA, I would say, is that there's a limit on how much you can contribute per year. The maximum you can contribute in a Roth IRA per year is about $7,000 a year annually. I think they may have increased it now, but yeah, it might be $7,000 or $7,500 annually, which is good. But if I'm only contributing that amount every year, it's not going to get me to that retirement goal that you're looking for long term, most likely, right? So, but the cool thing about the Roth that we love is that it's tax free. So when you put money in it, you take money out, it's tax free. There's no penalties, essentially. Yeah, it's after tax dollars, which is a benefit. But most people want the tax never category, and that's where life insurance, IULs, and annuities come into play. So yeah.
Now I know that people who have a felony can't get life insurance, and there's certain ways around that and things like that. But what I wanted to ask is, I know that people can buy policies for their children. Is that possible for someone who has a felony? Would that be possible for them to do? And how would they pull the money out from that?
Absolutely. So the workaround there is leveraging the insurance. So when someone says, hey, I want to open up a policy on my kid, and yes, let's say, unfortunately, they had a prior, they've been incarcerated, they had a prior felony or a misdemeanor on the record. Yeah, unfortunately, they will not be qualified to get a policy on themselves, right? Because the insurance company considers that a high risk. They're saying, hey, this person has something on the record. No matter what you did, it doesn't matter. They still consider that person a high risk, right? So meaning that the individual can't get insured, but that doesn't mean the individual can't get a policy on their kid. So when you get a policy on your kid, you can still leverage it because you're considered the owner. The person who has a life insurance is on that child or the individual. So that's the workaround, the backdoor trick right there, right? To still leverage it and use it as an account to borrow from and take it out tax-free. And ironically, it's actually better because as we know, kids get better what? Rates, right? They're younger, they're more healthy.
Healthier.
So if you're using it, you can definitely leverage your child. So imagine that you're building wealth for yourself, but you're also building wealth for your child and being able to do both at the same time, which is pretty powerful. So that's exactly what a lot of the affluent, wealthy people in our country are doing.
And I wanted to bring that up because I know some people are watching and they say, well, I read I have a felony and I can't do this, or I'm not going to be able to do that. And you think you're going to have to be working hard all your life and you can't have any investments and you can't vote. And there's so many things that you can't do. But if you have a child, if you happen to be creative and start a business, if you happen to, have a niece or nephew, that you want to invest in, but at the same time, investing into yourself, you can do that through getting a policy. You can talk with Simi and then eventually you'll be able to talk with me and we can help you out to get you lined up so that illegal mindset or that mindset of doing something that can get you in trouble can switch over to, let me work hard for 3 to 5 years. Let me invest in this policy. Let me see how I can get some money out by investing in my niece, my nephew. And most importantly, if you have a child. So if you just came home 3, 4, 5 years and everything's felony, rejection, you can say, you know what? Let me make sure my child is okay. And through setting your child up, you're setting yourself up too, and your family, which is what you should want to do, is set the generational wealth up. So that's where that generational wealth come up. That's what I wanted to ask, because so many people like, well, I went to prison, or, I got this behind me. And there's some things that you still need to invest in through your children, no matter what you did in your past. It's about building a future. So I'm not going to keep Simi on for long because I'm going to be hopefully bringing them back on next month and the next month. So at least once a month, you guys can start bringing up your own questions, and this can become a Q&A session for you right here on the Stub Show, and then we can get you signed up immediately right after. So you can start. You guys are hearing all this excitement in the background, and I've been here for it. And I know you guys are like, what's going on? And I'm going to tell you, when you go in as a guest, that's fun. But you're going to be like, how do I get to be involved with that and this and that? Because, how can I win this prize? Or how can I get some of that? And in order for you to get started, you got to come as a guest. So, Simi, let the people know how they can get involved with us on this Saturday. And is it possible, if they can't be in person, can they do virtual?
Oh, absolutely. Good question. So, guys, we have an office here located in Beltsville, Maryland, 3901 Calverton Boulevard. We'll post the address there. We host in-person workshops here at our office every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. So Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Here in Beltsville, and then also Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Right, where we go over a simple concept called the 3 ways that money grows. You're going to learn about how money grows in 3 ways. Fixed, variable, and index, right? Then you're going to learn about the 5 homes of money, the 5 different institutional homes or houses of money, right? Banks, stocks, qualified plans, like 401ks and Roth IRAs. Then you're going to learn about real estate and, of course, life insurance, and how people are using all 5, right, to build wealth and start a legacy for themselves and their family, right? So, and then from there, you're going to learn about the opportunity. Hey, what does it look like to start part-time and get a license in the state of Maryland or the state of DC or Virginia, wherever you're coming from, to make extra income? Right? How to get licensed in the wealthiest and #1 profitable industry. Right now, if you go on Google, you type in, what is the most profitable business or industry in America today? It's not tech. It's not real estate. It's not oil and gas. It's not agriculture, right? It is the financial services industry, specifically on the insurance and annuities and retirement planning side. Why? Because that's a need that everyone has, guys. Everyone needs this stuff. It's not me who just needs, it's not just our community in the DMV. Everyone across the country needs this information and financial literacy regarding around money, finances, and building wealth. And that's where we come in to solve that problem, right? And of course, guys, I would say this. We see what's going on in the state of our economy. We see what's going on in the world. At the end of the day, it's not about what happens in the White House too much, right? We can't control certain things that happen in our country. But guess what? We can control what happens in our house, your house, right? How is your personal financial economy? What is your bank account looking like? What are your savings looking like? What is this Christmas holiday season, Black Friday? Are you having a cash Christmas or are you having a stingy Christmas, right? Where you can't get the gifts that you want. If you are not satisfied with where you're at currently in life, guess what? You have to do something about it. No one's going to come and save you, unfortunately, right? Nobody's going to come and save you. No matter where you come from, your background, you have to save yourself. You have to say, you know what? I have to grow and develop as a man or woman and say, you know what? I have to find a way to increase my value and increase the contribution I bring to society and life, right? So if you want to find ways to increase your income, you have to first increase your identity. You only can increase your identity by changing the way you think. How do you change the way you think? It's the books you read, the meetings you attend, and then the people you're associating yourselves with. That's the only way you can change your identity and then change and increase your income, right? So I'm super blessed and super excited to be working with Ms. Shadana here. She's changed a lot of lives and countless lives. So I'm looking forward to what she's doing, guys. She's making a big impact, making a shift in the community. I'm telling you, you want to tap in with her, get with her. She's going to do big things, personally guaranteeing that. We are here to change lives. We are here to help people get to that next level and walk in their God-given purpose and walk in their anointing. And more importantly, get their time back so they can spend their time with their families, not have to just clock in, clock out, work at 9 to 5 at a job they don't like and they hate, but more importantly, walk in passion and purpose. And more importantly, impact and make a difference in the next generation. So I'm excited for you guys. Feel free to come out Saturday morning at 10 a.m. here in Beltsville, Maryland, or feel free to come tomorrow. If you're available tomorrow, we have tomorrow, Tuesday at 7 p.m. as well. So let us know. Keep us posted. Feel free to follow me on IG and social, semi-automatic, SIMI, and then automatic. It'll pop right up. And I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'm looking forward to helping you walk in your God-given purpose and potential.
Yes, you guys, make sure you come out and join us so you could be a part of the party, the celebration. You ain't got nothing to do on Saturday, come join us. You will have something to do. And if you can't come Saturday, you can come tomorrow at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I won't be there tomorrow, but guess what? That's my partner, and he'll be there tomorrow at 7 p.m.
I'll be there. There you go.
You will walk in the door and say, I need to see Simi. Yeah,
and then let them know Shadana invited you out. So boom, you got invited to the Stub Show. So we know that Shadana's the one you got. If you find out about the Shadana, the Stub Show, makes sense. So
you guys make sure you connect with him. I put up the information. That is his Instagram right there, semi-automatic, so you can get with him. And he's always putting up videos and things. He got a video up, his testimony. Y'all seen it during the intro. He's talking about that 24,000. You want to make that 24,000 within a year, don't you? You need to connect with him or me so we can let you get that or more.
There you go. Absolutely. Life-changing stuff.
Yeah. So, Simi, are you guaranteeing we can get you back on next month?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna make my time. We know December is happening. We got some things happening, but I would definitely guarantee to make time for this special show. This show has a unique anointing and gifting on this show. I have to make time for it because there's so much value here. There's so much value here, and the Holy Spirit is moving here. God has his hand on what you're doing here and what you're doing for the community. So I will make you time for it absolutely next month for sure.
And the family I'm connecting with in Australia, we got you too. You ain't gotta go there.
There you go. International.
Yeah,
international.
Yeah. So you have a good day, Simi. I will see you soon, and continue being blessed. And I'll be updating you soon too.
Yes, God bless. I'm excited. Take it easy. God bless. Walk in your anointing and walk in your purpose. God loves you. Much love.
All right, y'all. All right, you guys, make sure you connect with him on Instagram at semi-automatic. Remember, let me give you also the address for this weekend at 10 a.m. If you would like to come out and join us, you can always just go right there to that address right there and join us on this weekend. I'm telling you, they have a really good time in there. You won't, it's not a dull moment. it's enjoyment there. So you guys come out. I thank you for joining me here for another episode of the Stubbs Show. Remember, I am always looking for guests. I am looking for musicians, music artists who have videos that they're trying to get out there to put out to share with the world. You could end the show with your music. So I'm looking for new music because I haven't got any new yet to put up. So I probably put up the one, of course, with me in it because I want to keep pushing that from Mo Official. That's the rapper Maurice Johnson. So y'all guys make sure you check him out on YouTube. Also, I'm looking for book authors. If you have a book that you would like to introduce to other people, you could become part of the show right here. This has been one of our sponsors and biggest supporters. One of the authors in his book truly supports the Stubbs Show. This is Becoming Lion, an exploration of mentorship and the quest for identity with author Dayon McLaren Johnson. That is the name that he's under on Instagram to you guys and Facebook. So you guys make sure you check him out. If you have a nice book, I love to read. I'm going to give a shout out to some of the other artists that I have interviewed and personally read. This is Carlos Walker book. The name of this is called What If. This is where he goes and he changed the things of the stereotypes of racism. He targets them and changes things about it. He's a very intelligent guy. He has a powerful testimony of being incarcerated and coming out and doing what he's supposed to do. Oh, Miss Shonda Buchanan. Oh, she's such a soul spirit. This is Black Indian. You guys can check her out also on Facebook and Instagram. Miss Shonda Buchanan. We have a nice interview that we did where she talks about the Black Indian. And there's another one I want to shout out. I've been putting this. He was recently on the show also. And talking about marriage. I love when I have men on. If you are a man, if you are a male and you are a counselor, mental health counselor, marriage counselor, relationship counselor, if you just have a topic you want to talk about, a testimony of overcoming, fellas, we need you on the show. More men, I want you to come on. This is Dr. Everett D. Bradford. The name of this book is called Completeness, The Craving for the Perfect Relationship. Make sure you guys also check him out in his book on Amazon. Remember, when you become a guest on this show, when you advertise on this show, every time it's shared, and every time someone reshares it or show it to someone, your advertisement, your product, your interview is shown to people all over the world. So you guys make sure you sign up to join me at the LOF Network. Wait a minute, the email is the lofnetwork@gmail.com. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you can always DM or inbox me your information and we can connect. I'm looking for jewelry sponsors. I'm looking for fashion to wear on the show. You could be getting acknowledgement on the show. I'm looking for a hairstylist, makeup artist, all of that, so we can grow and go to the next level together. I have some in-person interviews coming up. So you guys, let's connect. Let's keep growing. I thank you for the support, especially on Facebook. I need these other platforms to catch up because Facebook, y'all are on there logging on and watching YouTube too, but I need you guys to really share the show. Show some support to your girl because my goal is to improve in our communities, and not just saying the Black community, but for generational communities of all. Because if we don't improve things within our communities now, the generations to come, they're not going to have anything. They need us now more than ever. And I'm talking about all races. Them kids need us to stand up as adults, to teach, to be wise, to be mentors, to act appropriately. So many adults aren't even acting like adults. They need a lot of adults to grow up. The generations under us and below, they're dying literally, killing one another. They're angry, they're frustrated, they're upset. And we played a part in making that happen. Or we didn't do enough. So you guys make sure you continue to follow and check out the show. Go back on Instagram and check out some of our shows when we started months ago, when we weren't on the 3 platforms. Some things are just on Instagram. So go show your support. And on Facebook is YouTube at _Stubbs_show. I'll see you guys on the next episode next week. Make sure you log on and check out the platforms tomorrow on the 20th, which is Wednesday. I'll be at the movie premiere introducing you guys to a couple of people. And afterwards, I'm going to have the producer right here on the show to talk to you about the movie. 4 years, 8 months, telling his story. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to go. Don't be texting me and calling me during the show, you guys. Y'all know y'all wrong. I got to go. It's your girl Stubbs. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous week. Keep saying those affirmations, keep praying, and keep believing. Keep taking leaps of faith and keep connecting with me so I can share them with others. Be blessed.